Katie.
How are you?
Hi, good
Nice to meet you finally.
Yeah.
Listen, I was hoping we could set up some time when we could talk. I'm really concerned about the workforce in Indonesia. You know, I spent the summer there living with them and living on the wages that are paid to the factory workers.
You worried about that?
Yeah.
Nike co-founder Phil Knight has made another eyebrow-raising decision.
Phil Knight and his former University of Oregon track coach, that's Bill Bowerman, founded Nike back in 1964 with a $50 loan from Phil's dad.
The capitalist, whose net worth surpasses $36 billion per Bloomberg, has made major moves over the years, aligning with outspoken athletes who preach and carry out more humane, positive messages politically of equality, empowerment, a woman's right to choose, civil rights, and much more. Yet, as recently as this current election cycle, the company that grosses roughly $47 billion in a fiscal year, their co-founder has made some questionable moves politically that go against the very messages Nike's athletes ascribe to. In the very commercials Phil Knight and co. produce, even if they receive backlash from right-wing outlets like Fox News and co.
Is this the dumbest business move in modern American history by Nike?
In the race for Oregon's governorship, Knight has made it clear.
Nike co-founder Phil Knight declares war on Democrats in Oregon. Phil Knight said he will do anything to block Democrats from keeping their hold on Oregon's governor's seat.
So who has he backed? This career politician who uploads ads to their YouTube channel without sound. Yes, that is a true story.
I'm Christine Drazen, and I'm asking for your vote.
Christine Drazen, who has pivoted hard in a move to be the next governor of Oregon by embracing loony conspiracy theories and touting support of Donald Trump. When asked who won the 2020 presidential election, Christine followed a similar tactic, dancing around the actual question that had been asked. When it comes to this issue, Joe Biden is our president today, and in Oregon, he absolutely won Oregon by 15 points. We have got to continue to improve vote by mail. We must do more to protect our elections. Christine, a former Republican staffer and lobbyist, who is anti-women in her stances against abortion and has also said she would veto any new funding the lawmakers dedicate specifically to abortion procedures, and claims to be anti-establishment, has received funding from, you guessed it,
throw into the mix Nike's billionaire founder, Phil Knight. He has given $4 million to the independent candidate and $1.5 million to the Republican candidate, Drazen.
Christine has stumped for extremists, and when asked if she supports Joe Ray Perkins, a far-right schmooanon conspiracy theorist who attended the J6 insurrection at the Capitol, she pivoted and asked why she wouldn't support a fellow Republican. Her campaign also accepted $50K from David Gore, a major funder of Tea Party Patriot Citizen Fund, which helped pay for the J6 Stop the Steal rally. Christine could single-handedly roll back environmental regulations enacted by the Brown administration and remove state requirements that schools teach about issues that some conservatives want out of Oregon classrooms, such as white privilege and gender identity. So why is Phil Knight backing Christine and independent Betsy Johnson, who came out in favor of more guns after the Uvalde massacre? It's quite simple. Tina Kotek, the Democratic candidate for governor, wants to tax people like Phil Knight. She wants to tax the rich. Bernie Sanders went after Knight as well. Democracy is not billionaires, Phil Knight or anyone else, buying elections, he insists, blasting the widening disparities of wealth and income that only accelerated during the pandemic. The billionaire class is making off like bandits, Sanders said, because they are bandits. Knight's backing of far-right NRA-backed candidates stands at stark odds with Nike's progressive branding. For example, Johnson has refused to condemn Confederate flag wavers at her political rallies. By contrast, Nike made Colin Kaepernick the face of its Just Do It campaign after he was blackballed by the NFL for kneeling during the anthem to protest racial injustice. Aligned with Koch Industries, State Representative Christine helped lead an anti-democratic walkout by GOP legislators that foiled passage of a cap-and-trade climate bill in Oregon. Nike touts itself as a climate leader. Christine is fiercely anti-abortion. Nike covers travel expenses for employees in need of abortion care. Knight has contributed record amounts to the city's council races, pumping tens of thousands into campaigns that generally run four figures, and his candidates all lost, which shows, to one critic, Phil Knight doesn't carry the political weight he thinks he does. Via The Guardian, Knight says he is far more conservative than the Nike brand, and that his views don't represent the company's. Thus far, it appears that holds true.